One neighbor from Holt says a branch from his tree right in his front yard here fell right onto his brand new car over here once the storms began to pick up last night. Sherry, we've been driving around mid-Michigan all afternoon, and we've been seeing power lines, broken tree branches like this one we just found right before this live shot. The real estate agent who manages the Frandor is removing the bus stop we're standing at here and the one that's actually behind this bus over there within the next few weeks over safety concerns. As you can see behind me, they're protesting once again for this same exact reason, for this no-fault auto law to be changed. The fact that the auto show is back is very, very exciting for people like myself, and it's in September, which has never happened. Now, today was press day, so it's not quite open to the public just yet, but it will be this coming weekend.
Not knowing whether or not I'd make it home was really frightening.
Lucas Librand from Mason reflects on his time in Port Charlotte, Florida during what meteorologists say was one of the most powerful storms to hit the U.S. in recent years. Hurricane Ian damaged much of the neighborhood he was staying in while visiting his family.
You know, we saw people's roofs that had gotten blown off their houses were just in the middle of the road. Water was covering the road to the point where, I mean, it was probably knee-high.
Here are some of the videos Lucas shot while there. You can see damaged trees, debris, and homes destroyed. His mom cries as she thinks about the 14 hours she waited to hear from him.
We had no idea whether he was safe or not. I don't think I ate the entire day.
Right now, many in Florida are still waiting to be rescued. Officials say 80,000 people have been affected by floodwaters. The American Red Cross gave an update this afternoon on its efforts. Volunteers from Michigan are there passing out medical supplies, comfort kits, and food.
On Tuesday alone, some 142,000 meals were provided.
Lucas and his family are also doing what they can to help. They are driving to Port Charlotte tomorrow to drop off tarps, cases of water, and cans filled with gas. They say people are waiting in lines for 5 or more hours for fuel.
We're going to take the trailer down, load it up with, stuff that people need.
Pro-choice advocates gathered this afternoon, including women like Alicia Johnson, who says at a young age she became pregnant after being raped and didn't know until she was 6 months along. She had the baby, but says she wants women who are ever in her situation to have a choice.
If I would have had that time, if I would have been within those number of weeks, I probably would have changed that decision. I keep hearing people say, well, don't have sex then. Let's be realistic, right? There's so many things that could possibly go wrong, and rape and incest is so real in our communities.
The pro-choice group met with the board of canvassers last week and turned in more than 500,000 signatures to have abortion initiatives on the ballot in November. But due to a tie vote, it won't be for now.
The director of the Board of Elections did make that recommendation and did certify that we had submitted over 140,000 more signatures than were required, which was 425,059.
But some believe Michigan's 1931 law banning abortion should stay in place, calling the reproductive rights ballot proposal one of the most extreme in the country.
It repeals parental consent, so minors seeking abortions will be able to have abortions without their parents' knowledge. So we're expecting for the Supreme Court to do the same thing and to refuse to put this mistake-riddled amendment before voters.
As we wait to find out if the question will be put before the people of Michigan or its lawmakers, Johnson says the answer should be up to women.
This choice is a choice that is going to affect you and your family. So I think that should be left up to us.
We've got tall corn waiting for you this fall.
It's the last year for people to experience a tradition in Williamston that's been planted for the last 21 years. Mark Benjamin is the owner of the Best Maize, but after this fall, he won't have the chance to give out cider, donuts, or corn to thousands of visitors who show up yearly.
I'm not going to cry. October 30th, I'm hoping it's raining just a little bit, so you can't tell that I got a couple tears up here.
Benjamin was approached about Consumers Energy's Mid-Michigan Pipeline project back in 2020. Officials say it will help modernize the state's natural gas system for customers. Benjamin says part of the pipeline will go through a parking lot that holds 72 spots.
I can't park cars with a trench here. If they did the directional bore of the tunnel, we could have parked cars here.
Now, Consumers Energy is going to be building that pipeline right here in this parking lot where most of the customers visiting the corn maze park their vehicles. But since it's being built, it would force customers to have to park here on the side of the road at night.
So it's his prerogative that he's closing it, but we were doing everything we could.
Spokesperson Terry Dito said they had plans to build another lot equipped with security.
We were going to relocate a parking spot just to the west of the existing parking lot so that that would not be an issue.
But Benjamin says the lot would be unfeasible for surface water to flow out of a corn maze of this many acres. Aside from all of this, he says his plans after the project are simple.
So I'm going to concentrate on farming, get a little bit bigger equipment, and keep plugging along.
Here for you in Williamston, Darylyn Horn, 6 News.